this is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on there. Man may be like the light to take us to the dawn. Man made the boat for the water, like Noah made the ark. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on there.
Go. It's your boy Naughty G.
It's your boy King Rob.
Welcome back to another episode of Men's Cheat Codes.
Let's get it.
Yo, we got a legendary person right now from my high school, Jefferson.
Hold on, man.
You know what I'm
Shout out to 815, man.
Shout out to the 815, period.
Shout
You
out to
feel me?
815, man.
Sure.
Yo, I appreciate my boy for tuning in. My boy Dez showed up. I appreciate this, man.
Appreciate you.
Let's get it.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it, bro.
Yo, so,
Let's get into
you
it.
know, I had to bring him on because without telling the story, bruh.
He gonna tell it.
Yeah, I know. Without me telling the story.
Exactly.
Back in the day, bruh, Rivalry was lit because of two people, bruh. And everybody know one of them, and then some people know the other. But that's why I want him on this show to tell his story, bruh. You couldn't speak of one without the other. You feel me?
I feel you.
Like the city was lit because, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's why I brought you on, Dez, man. Can you tell the people a little bit about yourself right now?
Hey, from the beginning, because you know, that's like we want to get you warmed up, and then you can get into, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so who are you? Where you from, bro? All that good stuff.
Want to thank y'all
Yeah,
for
no
having
doubt.
me. Appreciate it for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah, many of y'all don't know me. I'm Dez. Grew up in Rockford from a single mother. Just from that background alone, that kind of speak volume to itself. But yeah, like I said,
Sure
from
do.
the city of Rockford, grew up on the east side of the city.
Yeah.
Coming from my background growing up, just like any other kid, growing up, Boys and Girls Club, playing ball, running around the city, you know what I'm saying? Just, with your homeboys,
Yeah.
messing around. But yeah, growing up playing ball, it was just something I had a passion for since a young age. Grew up, watching Tracy McGrady first.
T-Mac,
T-Mac.
T-Mac.
But I got an older brother, about a year and a half older than me, and he started watching T-Mac. So, around the time Kobe was on his quest with Shaq and the Lakers. I hopped on the Kobe bandwagon, so to say. Always had that Mamba mentality.
Yes,
Throughout the years. But yeah, grew up watching Kobe, the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? That was my favorite team, my favorite player. So, I try to idolize my game after him.
Right.
Even being small as I was, you know what I'm saying? In the high school, hoop scene,
Right.
I always try to model my game after Kobe.
Right.
So, growing up, idolizing Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Having that Mamba mentality, just, taking a stride and going against the grain, not like everybody else, not trying to do what everybody else did. Just trying to do me, how I can perfect my craft and,
Get the fuck up out of here. How can I get up out of here?
Trying to make a way, you know what I'm saying? That was always the ultimate goal. Everybody, rave about being in the hood, being from the hood, but the ultimate goal is to get up out of there.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
you got to find a lane, and you got to stick to it. You got to believe in yourself
Right.
and stay true to your craft because, at the end of the day, it's all going to be on you.
Right.
Everybody else around you, they just there for the ride. It's all on you at the end of the day. So, yeah, just growing up. Kobe fan, high school hoops. I went to Jefferson. At the time, it was a lot of positive things going on in the city, a lot of negative things going on in the city.
For sure.
Growing up, you got to keep a level head. It's hard out when especially these streets get a hold and you get mixed up, involved, and all that. So always just trying to keep a level head, stay focused, and just stay on the track.
Where did that mentality come from though? Because sports is one thing, right? And you just seeing motherfuckers on TV like, man, Kobe, bro, Kobe. But it's another thing to have a mentality to be like, man, no, I gotta avoid this. I gotta be like, talk about that mentality and where did it come from?
And I think it just stemmed back to growing up with my mom. She, single mother, 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? I was the second oldest, but at times I felt like I was the oldest, you know what I'm saying? At an early age, it was it's clear, you know, you get made man of the house, you know what I'm saying? Right, ain't no father figure there. So I always had that trait growing up. Like I never really went out, parties, you know, all the guys that try to get me to these parties, you know what I'm saying? It's high school, so you know, these the time of your life. You supposed to be out partying, living and stuff, you know. Yeah. Going to the bars, all that afterwards. But yeah, it was just always been like the man of the house. So I always had to make sure that what I was doing was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, beneficial for the family.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was never really about me at that time. You know, and not to say that I'm selfish now, but it's just back then you watch what you do, you gotta watch what you say, especially when you kind of in that public eye too, because everything gonna get scrutinized.
Right, yeah, for sure.
But a lot of people don't know about that, so go into that, because I don't know nothing about being no public. I just been me in my own lane. Right, so you could, and I don't mean to cut you off, but you got two pressures, right? You got your family situation, right? Sure, and that's pressure. And then you also, because your family looking at you. Yeah. But then you got all these other people that don't know you from shit looking at you. You know, so talk about that, bro. How was that?
You know, you kind of pick and choose your battles. Like shit you want to feed your energy into. You know, from a can of paint, motherfuckers don't know you. But you're not really necessarily trying to focus on what he and she got to say, you know what I'm saying? Really, like, you can come see really how I live or who I am. You know, you can ask my family about me, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have the utmost respect, you know, whatever comments they might say. Yeah. You know, and that's just how you carry yourself. I always told put my family first, even before myself, for the longest. I still do, you know what I'm saying? Just putting yourself, you know, in that position to not have any doubts in yourself or what you're doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? People gonna say what they gonna say, you know, regardless whether it's true or not. You're gonna hear that all day, especially when your name get out there. Right. And they bring it up, you know, after it get to certain people, you know, they done switched up the whole story. So as long as my family good, you know, everybody good around me, I really ain't really
don't shit else matter. Don't nothing else matter.
So at that age in high school, and having that fame.
And what age are you? Give us the age. Age range.
So 29, be 30 this summer.
And so in high school, what age was
around this time when everything started to bust. Like everything.
When did you know in high school that
this shit from the butt? Like cause you go from a point to just being me. And then you start like, hold on, like this a little different.
Your name start ringing bells.
This is a little different. Talk about that.
I say around like the summer going into junior year. The team was good right at that point in time. You know, we was progressing down state. We had a good roster. Yeah. We had a deep roster, actually. But yeah, I'll say around the summer going into junior year is when things really start picking up. You know, I started getting like a buzz around my name. Of course, everybody kind of already knew me, but it was like, all right, he, you know, on a hoop scene. You know, we see him out. He doing his thing.
Yeah, for sure.
He got it going on, or so they say. But yeah, I felt around that time is when it really started to pick up. And then, of course, going into my senior year, it was just like, all right, it's on you now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everybody waiting to see what you gonna do.
For sure. Was that like a big change in your life? Like,
yeah, because what most people don't know is I had a lot of things going on, and that's why I say is you try to balance it all out. But I had some unfortunate things happen in my family around that time. Not to call anybody out or say any names, but had a situation where one of my cousins close to me, you know, got in a situation with domestic violence and ended up killing this girl. So that was one thing. That cousin was close to me. And then another thing was another one of my cousins, female, at the time she had passed away in a kind of like a freak accident. Her and some people, you know, we thought was close to her. They was sitting in a car overnight in a garage, you know, just from that effect, she ended up losing her life over that. So that was all a bit at the beginning of the senior year. So that losing people, going to funerals, you know what I'm saying, that kind of, you know, weigh on you, especially at a young age. You dealing with death, you know, left and right. And then that's why I say you always got to kind of have a level head and just balance it all out. Because, things things get rough.
Yeah.
So hold on, and but talk about that a little bit more, because I feel like that's a key point in your life. It's a key point in your story.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, bro, because that's a lot. Because you talking about a lot right now. You saying, okay, single mom, 4 kids,
for sure.
We all, most of us, and even a lot of y'all that's watching, we know what that's. We ain't got to go because we know what that is. Most of us, right?
Right. Yeah.
So you got that. Then you say, okay, I was the second oldest, but I always kind of felt like, nah, like, I got to do this, right?
Yeah, the big dog.
Be the big dog. So you got that going.
Right.
Then you really start like, I'm not just out here having fun. I could really go somewhere with this shit. Like, hold on. And then that started bubbling.
Right.
And then, bro, you also a student. You trying to go to school. You trying to get your grades. You trying to
train
all
girls.
Yeah,
like.
Right.
Like how, like as a young age, at a young age,
shit.
yeah. Like how can you deal with that mentally?
And,
like,
and then your name bubbling. So it's like how, bro?
So you Dez, and then on top of that, you this person, you Dez on top of Dez. Like how can you balance that? Like your mental wise.
What was that like for you?
Man, it's crazy. If I could go back, I wouldn't change nothing. That make you who you is. You know what I'm saying? Live by trial and tribulations, and it's weird because I always tell people it's like I give all this persona like perfect and all that shit. But we all go through shit, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And people don't really see that. So it's just, always like I said, I always knew, like, even to this day, I said I keep my composure. I know shit can get worse. It can get better.
Right.
But you just ride that wave. But you always gotta just be mentally sound. I think that's the most thing for me, because growing up in the city of Rockford, not to talk bad about the city, but growing up around that age, a lot of people ain't, right.
Right.
Yeah. They ain't thinking about their future. They thinking about what I'm about to do next. I'm about to turn up. What I'm about to do.
Yeah.
So just always being mentally sound, I think, went a long way for me as a young black man growing up in the, city, where there's so much going on around you. You got so many people counting on you. You got so many people looking up to you. You ain't got no choice but to grow up quick.
Right.
Like I said, I always had that trait, was just like, I'm going to handle my business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The business is going to get done. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be straight.
Yeah.
So,
like me, my bad. Me as a fan in high school, seeing you hoop, you wouldn't be able to tell he was going through this type shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just so smooth.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that was like a kind of respect level for me. It was like, hey, I'm riding with Dez. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people ride with Fred.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. When you know what I'm saying? That's how I was. Sure. Like, nigga, you couldn't mention Fred without Dez. Like, nigga, it was like LeBron. Remember when LeBron was playing Kobe? It was some shit like that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'll ride with Kobe because, nigga, you feel me?
Yeah.
I just see like, and then one time though, I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. When I was, you know what I'm saying? When we was in high school and I seen him come to my block, I was just like, oh, that's some real shit. Cause he was like, nigga, like, no shit. Like, him and Fred.
Fit right in.
No, him and Fred was them two niggas, bro.
Yeah.
So to see him, him on the block,
like, you
shit, nigga,
superstar,
yeah. So that's why I'm like, damn, I kind of applaud you to like have that mental, you know what I'm saying, that mental space at that time, you know what I'm saying?
And I really want to get into that with you. I want to get into it with you on that, bro, because it's different to have fans, bro. It's one thing to have people know you, like I'm popular, like, cause a lot of popular niggas in high school, bro, like popular. But to have fans, bro, that's something different. I want to get into that, but before we do, I want to ask you a little bit too, just about your family, like any kids, anything going on right now, family wise.
Got 2 kids. I got a son. He'll be 8 in July, and then I got a daughter. She'll be 4 actually next month. Man, they my world. Yeah, everything I do it for them. You can ask anybody. My kids straight.
You a family man. You a family man.
Family man for sure. Hard working family man for sure.
Is you aiming for hoopers?
Man, my son. So I started him off in baseball, just been something else. He been stressing the interest in basketball, so I'm definitely gonna get him in that. Yeah. I want to get him in boxing too. My daughter, she doing ballet. Trying to get her in dance. So they definitely gonna be active.
Yeah,
that's
gonna be
Aiden and Alea.
Aiden and Alea. Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
Hopefully we cheering for Aiden. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's coming. You know what I'm saying?
All right, for sure. Okay, so let's go back into the basketball thing, man. So go ahead and take it away, man. As far as like,
so the dynamic. So when did you notice like when you ran? What's the experience when you first ran into Fred? What's the first the mindset you was in?
How did that whole thing come about? Because I know, okay, you in high school, you hooping, and that's why I'm just hooping.
And your name ringing bells.
What was the story for your team? What was the story for you? And then how did y'all run into that whole clash with Fred?
Yeah, because then, I think around that time they had a set team too,
right?
On top of Jefferson, both of y'all.
So
that's why I was, you know what I'm saying?
So explain, because your high school situation, your coach, your teammate, because that shit got to come together. When it come together like that, you know what I'm saying? How did that dynamic work? And then how did you get to the points all right, it's me and Fred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
how did all that work?
So I mean, growing up, I always had that. I always felt like I could be one of the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even my size, what I had to offer, I felt like when I go, you know what I'm saying, I can go with whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I always had that trait. I think one thing I could have had better was my work ethic and a better support cast, around me just to help me focus in on my craft a little bit more at that age. But for sure, I always felt like I can go with the best of them. So, going into high school, you got all these seniors, juniors, sophomores, they think they better than you and all that. But I always felt like I always had that trait. You can put me on the court with anybody. I'm gonna get mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just going to high school, growing up, Fred was phenomenal. People around him.
Right.
He definitely capitalized on his situation, made the most out of it. You can see today what he doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. But just growing up in high school as a young age, your name buzzing, you could play ball with the best of them. So, just over that course of time, same with him. Since he was in middle school, he had that buzz. It's like he gonna be one of them, and he was.
Okay.
So just growing up, going into high school, you know what I'm saying, I always have little battles here and there. Most people don't know we used to play for boys and girls clubs and youth teams against each other and stuff too. So it's it's more than just, you know what I'm saying,
just
high school. It was behind the scenes, many battles. Many different occasions where we done played each other. Just always growing up from two different sides of the city, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Both trying to make a name, both trying to use this basketball thing to, move on and have a better life. So, just that alone, you just want to strive for greatness. So I think that's what drove both of us get better and, compete at a high level.
Serious,
for real.
So do you feel like iron sharp or iron?
Oh, for sure.
Hey,
y'all was doing that kids.
Now, some days you might be like, who we playing? Okay. Right. Hey, when you hear you finna play Auburn, and you're saying, you gotta go Fred, you say, it's time to lace up them shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how, you know what I'm saying? Because for sure, if you ain't on your game, they gonna notice. So, yeah. That was definitely one of them matchups.
So do you think Auburn Knights was one of y'all toughest competitors out there, or was it a different team that you really
I was competing for state championships,
sure.
You said, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. That was definitely one of the teams. They still got the same coach. One of the best coaches in Nick 10 history in this school district history.
Okay.
So they always had a team, even a little bit before Fred, and while they had Fred, and even some of the teams they had after him.
Right.
They got a real good coach over there at Auburn. That was one of them schools, man. It was our rivalry anyway. So they good, we good. It's, the whole city coming to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
The gym's packed.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you,
man. You got people standing outside. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even in the game. They just still sitting there trying to get in or whatever. But them games, man, they used to be cracking egg. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it was at. Auburn, Jefferson.
Can you take the viewers out there, bro, and even me and even us, I should say, but
because you ain't from Chicago.
It's not even that.
You ain't from Rockford, so
I'm not from Rockford, but it's not even that. Take us into because you walk into a gym, it's a basketball game, but they there for you.
Right.
They there for Fred. What do that feel like, bro?
Oh man.
I mean, but no, my bad for interrupting. But you gotta think like, if they ain't there for Fred, they there for him.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
But right. So even without Fred, I'm just asking you. You know, they in that gym for you.
Right. At the same time, they going against you.
Regardless, you know I'm just saying, just the people. Period.
Right.
You know, you the best motherfucker on this team. You know that like the team is like
looking at you.
Right. So the team, and then you in there with all these people. Like, what do that feel like, bro? Like to be in there and to have. Do you even think about it, or I'm out here just hooping like it's just anything like?
So me personally, I always try to like block all the outside noise out. Especially if it ain't like pertaining to what I'm trying to do.
Right. Okay.
You know, because you could get caught up in that hype, focus on the crowd. But me, I was always like focused on the task at hand. It's like, all right, we gotta try to get a win today. We got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I mean, more scoring,
right? Yeah.
more passing, whatever it is. You know, that's what I'm focused on. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great feeling. It's like, definitely when your family come to support you, you know, that's love for real.
Oh, damn,
But you know, also, you know, just like friends and people that just want to see you play, you know, that's a good feeling too. You know, you not every day you get somebody tell you like, oh man, I see you know what I'm saying, keep doing you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's always used to drive me too, just getting that recognition, like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna stay focused.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to keep getting better, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But yeah, them games was crazy, and there's a lot of people there. The whole city, like I said, the whole city used to be at them games.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So was it like a little bit more extra you put in for them games, or?
Yeah, I would say for sure. And them games, it's just I always felt different. I'd be quiet all day in school.
Talk about it,
man. I'm finna lock in But yeah, I don't know. It was just something about them games, especially when you know what I'm saying, it's everybody finna be there watching.
Yeah.
So you just, I don't know. I always took them games extra serious. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I'm gonna leave it all out on the floor tonight because you know what I'm saying, everybody watching.
Right.
And I'm gonna get a million texts after the game. What I should have done. What they like, what they didn't like. So I always took them games extra serious, and I got up and I laced them shoes up when it was time to play Auburn.
Talk a little bit about, because you talked earlier a little bit about it, and I want you to go a little bit deeper into it, but you talked about that supporting cast and your support system. And we talk a lot about like a lot of what you become and what you believe is possible. It has a lot to do with your surroundings.
Yeah.
Talk about that, the good and the bad, so what you had and what you didn't have.
So do you think without having that support, you would have got as far, or with that support, would you got further? How you feel?
The good and the bad of it, both sides of it.
I can't say where I'll be at if things were different. You know what I'm saying? I just like to count my blessings, and
exactly,
I'm in a good position, so I can't speak. But what I do know, I felt like if I definitely had more positive people around me at that time that was, wanted to see me do something other than be in the streets of Rockford. You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt like I, could have took it to a different level, but no, I can't complain. Things happen for a reason.
Right, for sure.
Everything, plans out how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So you still strive for greatness no matter what.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's all on you, regardless.
Yeah. So, and you just gave him something, but I was gonna say, just in the spirit of the show, me and She Code.
Yeah.
Go again. You go back to when things was right. Mm-hmm. Like I'm on. What would you say? What would you say to yourself? Like, nah, this because different people, like whether you have a support system or you don't, that's just other people. What would you have done differently? Like, what would you have done differently? Because you can't. I don't mean to cut you off, but you can't pick and choose who around you, who not.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
So what would you have done differently?
I think me personally just would have told myself just focus in more. You know what I'm saying? Don't take things for granted. Relationships, opportunities with people.
Yeah.
Things like that. But just focus in more. I think, like I said, I always kind of had that mindset, that mentality, to get the job done. But it was just like, what more do I want? You know what I'm saying? You always can look around you and see what your peers doing, but if they necessarily ain't really doing much, of course it's gonna look like you doing something.
Yeah.
But I think I should have strived for for more different heights, better outcomes and things like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great answer.
So do you feel like your surroundings wasn't fitting with where you was trying to go?
Man, just like I said, growing up in the city, you know how it is. You get caught up in that city life. There's so much going on.
Yeah, for sure.
So much crime, shit going on.
Yeah, for sure. I feel.
If you ain't really like out the way, focus doing something to better yourself, you get sucked into that and not necessarily be like all the way in that life, but it's just your surroundings. So that's all you see.
Yeah.
And you think, you know what I'm saying, just because you got a little something, doing a little better than the next, that's something, but it really ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
Yeah. All right, man. We got Dez in this bitch, man. I've been dying to ask, bro, because we ask everybody that come on to the show, bro, because we think it's important, and we know everybody got their own opinion on it. But first thing I want to ask you before I get to the real question is, are you dating? Are you single? What's your situation right now?
Yeah, so I've been with what they call it, high school sweetheart.
Hey, our first one. Hey,
high school sweetheart, 13 years.
So. Y'all been locked in for a minute.
That's what's up.
Locked in for a minute.
That's what's up. Sure. So tell us about that situation. Like, how did y'all meet?
Yeah, go into that.
High school, growing up, mutual friends, type shit. And it wasn't really to actually after high school where we kind of like locked it in, but we was always cool. So like I said, she like even to the day, like one of my best friends.
Right.
Man, talk to her about anything, laugh, joke, all that.
Yeah.
Right. So did you slide in DMs, bro?
Man.
Did you slide?
Actually, not.
They met in high school. So
high school.
He didn't have to slide in DMs.
Was it letters?
They would send each other every day. Notes. They weren't letters. They were notes. Passing notes and shit.
Back in the day, no, it went. I think it was just like mutual friends, and then like she had told me she liked me like freshman year.
Okay.
You know me, young. You know what I'm saying? You really ain't.
You ain't heard no shit like that before.
Like, damn,
exactly.
Like, you young, trying to just experience shit.
Right.
But just like over the years though, it's just like we always was cool.
Right.
So we just like best of friends and shit. After high school, it was just like hanging out every day. When I was at college, she'd come up there or whatever it be. So
let me ask you this. So y'all been locked in for a minute.
For sure.
And that's why I feel like you're gonna be able to really, really, really talk on this subject heavy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel, bro, about that 50-50 topic, bro? How do you feel about that, bro?
So me personally, I ain't knocking nobody. Me personally, I just feel like I'm supposed to take care of mine. So
right,
like, regardless of what, I make sure all the bills paid.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? When it's time to get fly, go take a trip, that's on me. I feel like personally, as the man of the house, you're supposed to take it. Not saying a woman ain't supposed to bring nothing to the table, because she definitely supposed to bring something to the table, because if it ain't gonna work, if she not, that those mental games gonna start to play in effect, then that's gonna damage the relationship. So you always gotta have some, to balance out. But I feel like personally as a man, I'm taking care of it. I'm making sure everything's straight, regardless.
Hey, bro, preach,
regardless.
Bro. Preach.
But that's just me. I ain't knocking nobody else, especially like I said, women that do for themselves and can go 50-50, pay all the bills or whatever they want. That's cool. But me personally, I just feel like as a man, I'm supposed to always make sure things.
So you got that traditional mentality like I got, like, bro.
So where you get it from though?
I think it was growing up seeing my mom having to do everything.
Yeah.
So I just seeing that, it's just like, even to this day, I still make sure my mom good.
Yeah.
Gifts, helping bills, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing my mom go through that, I definitely ain't gonna put nobody that I'm dealing with through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I seen that firsthand, how that can affect the household.
For real. All right, bro. So you explained your situation, and you in deep right now, man, with the love of your life.
Yeah, the love of your life, basically.
The love of your life. So how you feel about the 50-50? How do you feel about it? And then how does she feel about it too? Like, cause do y'all talk about it? Do that come up? Has it come up?
Or do y'all just rock out?
Y'all just rock out. Which one?
Nah, I mean, me personally, I just, like I said, I just feel like as a man in the house, you supposed to make sure everything good.
Yeah.
We talk about it often. She works, she definitely pitch in. Like I said, I always feel like keep your money, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's just me. Not saying, you know what I'm saying, no tricking and shit, no ball and shit. I just feel like personally, anybody you dealing with as a man in the house, you supposed to make sure things straight.
Right.
As far as bills paid, they ain't never got to worry about, they got a roof over their head, water to shower and shit like that. And that's just me personally growing up. And I think that comes from seeing my mom go through what she went through, you know what I'm saying, as a single mother. You definitely don't want to repeat that shit and have your kids, you know what I'm saying, mom go through that shit.
Yeah,
So is it a struggle? Like sometimes, like, cause all right, let's be real. Most of the time, some niggas ain't gonna be up. You know what I'm saying? So is that like?
And that's for sure.
Is she willing to pick up that extra slack if you down?
Right. I think it's a sacrifice. For sure, you know what I'm saying? You making sure all the bills pay. So, and what's left over, you know what I'm saying? You might not, you know what I'm saying, get the short end of the stick. So it's definitely a sacrifice. Like I said, when, you know what I'm saying, it's time to lock in and make sure shit get handled. I need a helping hand, or I'm down.
You're there.
Saying, motherfucker, that's all this time of me taking care of shit was to, you know what I'm saying, if this situation was to arise, you can be in that position to reciprocate the energy. So that's just how I always thought. And
so basically, you got a team player.
Man, for sure. I mean, shit, it don't work if both of y'all ain't on the same page, you know what I'm saying? So, or had the same goal, striving for the same, you know what I'm saying, outcome in a relationship.
And that's a cheat code right there, is that you got to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Now, for those out there right now in relationships that's having that struggle of getting on the same page, how would you sit down with your significant other and try to arrange that?
I think.
Or have you ever ran into that?
A lot of times is, you know, it's just stuff come up over dinner and stuff. You know, you just talk situations. I think at the end of the day, communication is key. If y'all ain't communicating about what's bothering y'all, or, you know, what's, you know what I'm saying, wrong, or, you know, what's right, it's just they're gonna forever be in the dark of, you know, how to make this thing work. So you definitely gotta communicate and have that connection with one another, you know what I'm saying, whether they're good or bad, be able to communicate, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if they ain't have that communication, it's just gonna be, everybody gonna be in the dark.
Right.
So and I fuck with that a lot, bro, because I feel like that is like part of what most people run into. And then like some shit that happened, and you will say to yourself, man, I would have never expected that from you. And it's like people do shit like that you never expected, because that person was so in the dark that they just like, I'm finna do me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's so important, bro. Like, it's really like for real communicate, bro. Because if you don't, people will really start to like truly like be their own person, and you won't even know that this person ain't even my person no more. It's just a person, and then they do something, and then we be fucked up, and then we be wondering why. So, and I think, like you say, bro, it really come like for real, come back to that communication shit, bro. But that's the hardest. It's the simplest shit,
but it's
the hardest shit to do, bro.
So do you know, like, okay, I want to ask, like, did you see a difference from you being Dez in high school dating her to Dez now dating her? Is it like a major difference, or is she the same person?
I think we definitely grew over time and together, so that's a plus. But I think over time you're supposed to change, supposed to evolve. You ain't supposed to stay the same. You know what I'm saying? You go do different things in life, shit change, you make you open your eyes and be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I gotta change, I can't do this no more.
Right. Okay.
But, you know, like I said, if you move with true intentions, you know what I'm saying, and you open with a person and, you know, honest, you get through anything. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like I be saying, is what'll kill you make you stronger.
Right, for sure.
You go through shit every day. It might be little shit, might be big shit. And that's why I kind of like, go back to that Kobe situation. He said something was like, you gonna let it eat you alive, or you gonna, you know what I'm saying, like channel that energy and you make the most out of, you know, a bad situation. So that's like I'm saying, that Mamba mentality, just go ahead with anything.
And if you don't mind me expanding on that a little bit, bro, because I think that's so critically important. I think that's 100% the cheat code. He said, you know, you either gonna let something eat you alive, or you're gonna make the best of that situation. And I think in all of our interviews, and I think with everybody we talk to, and I think even us, like I think all three of us right here at this table will agree with this that I'm about to say, which is that you literally, as I feel like as men, bro, like you got a choice to either let some shit really fuck you up, because I feel like we come to the realization of what shit is so fast,
right?
To the point to where we be like, all right, what I'm finna do with this?
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of times, bro, and myself, bro, a lot of time, bro, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times I let shit fuck me up. But then the other time, that shit really build me, bro, and I become a much better man, and I really do with that energy what I'm supposed to do with it, bro. So I'm asking both of y'all, bro.
Right.
When you come to that point in life and something really hits you, bro, and then because like I said, we come to these things like this what it is. Me and So Logical, this is what it is. How, like, what be the thing that influence your decision on how you deal with it? What are the things that influence you? This how I'm gonna deal with that.
You want to go first? I mean, me, I gotta analyze the situation. You know what I'm saying? I know where I want to go and what I want to be in the future. So do I just sit down and stay there, or do I work towards finding a way out the situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it builds my character even more. If I do get there, I'm happy. If I don't, then I could relay that message to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Either there's gonna be a blessing or a lesson. You feel me?
So the energy goes somewhere.
It's gonna go somewhere.
I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna be able to give it back.
To somebody. It's gonna be used regardless. Yeah, for sure.
That's dope as fuck. What about you, bro?
I think, like you said, I think, what they say when you analyze a situation. I think me personally, it's like whether I'm a stress over it or not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's obviously it's gonna something I want to strive for, or something that's been a goal of mine,
for sure.
I'm definitely going, you know what I'm saying, lose some sleep over it until I get it right. But you know what I'm saying, once I figure it out, or I gain that knowledge of what I should have done, it's like you said, you pass that knowledge down, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you see somebody else in your situation or going through the same things, you definitely, you know what I'm saying, like try to give them that game and knowledge to, you know what I'm saying, not repeat those same mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot of this shit, what I'm hearing is like having the ability to accept and like stop so much pushing back, and like you don't ever want to have a victim mentality, and you don't ever want to you don't ever want to just be like, oh, it ain't me, it's that. Is it like you gotta accept shit for what it is,
right?
As hard as it is, and then you also have a choice on what you want to do with it,
right?
And I feel like, bro, it'd be the hardest shit to do, bro. But I feel like if all of us, bro, if we put more energy into because me personally, I'll say this. On a day-to-day basis, bro, we all striving to be happy, right? But on a day-to-day basis, bro, I probably have more down days than I have up days. Just in a 365-day calendar year, I probably have more down than I have good. And I have a lot of good, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of weighing it,
right, I
probably have more down than good, right?
Right, yeah.
So my point is that like when I had them down days, if I tell myself like, not only this was expected, but you really can use this, because that pain and hurt, bro, is all energy. And I feel like if you can learn how to channel it, like you said earlier, like Kobe, if you can channel it, bro, and put it into something, bro, it's gonna do way more for me than me just saying I'm having a down day. I just fuck everything, fuck everybody. I'm gonna just isolate myself, bro. If you use that energy, you put it into something, bro, you might fuck around, get to a point where you really start having more up days than down days, bro. And then you get to a point where you get to new heights, to where you just like, whoa, I didn't even know this type of shit even existed. Like, I didn't even know this level of happiness existed. Like, I thought like, I get paid, I'm able to pay my bills, I'm able to like take care of shit, I'm happy. Right. But it's another whole level of happiness to like, man, what? Paying my bills and doing this, taking care of my people. My mama been retired.
Right, yeah.
That type of shit. Right. My people been straight. My kids been had this type of shit put up. Right, yeah. I've been like, that what?
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, asking y'all, bro. And I'm asking y'all, do y'all think, because I think this, and I don't know, but I'm asking y'all, do y'all think our culture, bro, is the shit that really be like, the thing that hinder us from getting to that next level of happiness, I don't even know what's even up there, bro, because I'm just so stuck on just trying to get here You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I think it definitely do. Cause I think our culture, I think the same thing that make us break us, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want, you know what I'm saying, have that luxury lifestyle, make sure they people good. Like we were saying earlier, if you don't channel that energy, you know what I'm saying, energy, put it to something positive, it's just gonna turn out negative.
Yeah, for sure. Automatically, by default.
You gonna grow up with resent,
by
hate,
default, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Automatically.
Just because you ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? You see the next person got it.
For sure.
And it play, man, like you gotta have a strong mind to stay sane when you're thinking about that shit, because on a daily basis, especially if you really want it to and you ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't for the weak.
It ain't
you gotta definitely have a strong mind. You gotta have a strong will. It's like ride that storm out through whatever, you know what I'm saying, until you get to that point. But yeah, definitely if you know what I'm saying, if you constantly looking at it like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want to do this, and you ain't doing it, you know what I'm saying, after a time you start that, you know what I'm saying, that anger and then you let that shit consume you. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's all bad.
You stay in the cycle.
You
stay in the cycle, bro.
Forever, you know what I'm saying?
Stay in the cycle.
You gotta break that thing. You gotta ride that storm, and you know what I'm saying, battle that storm, just ride it out, however long it take. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta remain patient.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's like me. I didn't understand how to handle it because I used to rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you remember that shit? I used to rap and shit, but I always used to felt like niggas was hating, but maybe they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I just had to transition. You know what I'm saying? Hey, rap shit ain't gonna happen by I'm 30. I'm done with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll transition. Now I'm on this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This shit don't happen when I'm like 40, 50, whatever. Nigga, I might transition again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just adapting.
So let me ask you then, Jay, cause like, bro, I think you hitting on something that you might not even know you hitting on, bro. Cause I think a lot of people, bro, like what we saying is that you stay in this cycle. And I asked y'all like, what is it that like have us stuck in the cycles? What you saying is that I don't stay in the cycle because I'm always
I'm trying to get into some new shit.
Can you speak on that?
You know what I'm saying? I know my end goal is to change generational curses, break them chains. So it don't matter what I do, as long as I could do something to do it or inspire the next to do it, I'm gonna do it. You feel me? So I might spend some bread on music, spend a bag on music. I might not get where I want to go, but at least I tried and I know a little bit of something about it. I could pass that on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always adapting. I'm trying to learn everything or get in everything, wherever my hand can get in. They say don't put your eggs in one basket, so I got my eggs in every basket to where if something busts off, I'm still going. You feel me? So
let me ask you this. Cause you know, I ain't gonna lie, I want to open it up, but only as far as you want to go with it, right? So let me ask you, bro, cause how do it feel to go from I'm the man and this hooping is it? What was the transition like to go? Cause like for me, I play football, but I wasn't never like really the man. I really was just like, I just hope, like I wasn't never really like in that position. I was just always just like I said earlier, we was talking about, you know, when I was playing football in my junior college, bro, there was a nigga in front of me, bro. So like I was just always I had no real, I ain't gonna say shot at the league or whatever. So for you, how do you go from this motherfucking calling to transitioning into other things?
Man, I think like you said, I mean, you gotta, you know, constantly work, whatever, gonna pay the bills and, you know what I'm saying, get you to where you want to be in life.
For sure.
You live and learn, you know what I'm saying, you grow out of old habits, but you definitely gotta evolve, you gotta, you know, be ready for the next change. If you not, you know what I'm saying, you gonna fall and then you fucked up, you know what I'm saying, whatever you going through. But yeah, I think for me, I was, you know what I'm saying, I always knew, like, once it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, getting me paid or put me in a better position in life, it was on to the next. You just got to constantly roll with the punches, be open
when did that happen for you? And also, because we know what you did in high school, but, like, give us a little bit more, because I know the backstory, but I don't know the backstory. So fill me in a little bit more, like, After high school, what was next?
I think it was, you know what I'm saying, just after, during college, you know what I'm saying, you start to realize. I went to Highland, then I came back to Rock Valley. Highland was community college, Freeport, and then I came back to Rock Valley, here in the city. But yeah, I think it was just during college, it was just like, you know what I'm saying, like you start to really realize it's just like, I think especially at that time too, it's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying, like the bills got to get paid. That's my whole thinking. I'm like, the basketball, I still got love for the game, but it's like you said, it's time to, you know what I'm saying, these bills need to be paid, you know what I'm saying, and everybody looking at you. So I think that was one of the things for me, is just like, all right, so what's paying? You gonna get a job, you gonna have a hustle, you side hustle, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, like I said, you got to be open for everything. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it might not necessarily be what you want at the time, but it's something you got to do, you know what I'm saying, to get to point A to point B. Right. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, getting to that next point. You know what I'm saying, whether you take a step back, long as it's going to get you, you know what I'm saying, forward in life. That's what you
Let me ask you this. I don't want to dominate, but let me ask you this.
You good.
How do you do it gracefully? Because some people crash out and then something happen and then they be like, damn.
For sure.
How do you do it gracefully, bro?
I think me personally, I just like, I strive for more, but I'm obviously, you know what I'm saying, you got to be, you know, grateful for what you got. You growing up in the city, and a lot of people ain't got a lot of stuff. And you know what I'm saying, they make it look good on the internet. A lot of people, you might think a lot of people, but you look into their real life and you see, you know what I'm saying, the struggle. You see, you know, they ain't got this, they ain't got that. So me personally, I always just try, like, I got a roof over my kids' head. I got, you know what I'm saying, reliable vehicle to get them from point A to point B. And they got lights in their house. They got their rooms full of toys, clothes. I'm like, I'm good. But then personally, like the other side of me is like, you want to do stuff for you too. So, it's like, all right, that's what I think really get me. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna make sure my family good regardless. But like, I want to do me. So now I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna venture off into this. I'm gonna put some money behind this to see if it works. It's like that. That's the type of income I've been chasing lately for myself. Is just like, all right, I'm the family good. Family bills paid. Regardless if they nagging because they ain't go out to eat this day or they ain't go to the movies this weekend. It's like they good.
And let's talk on that. And both of y'all, bro, like talk on that, bro. Like talk, because I think that is so fucking key and crucial, bro. And this is one of the pillars, probably the pillar of manhood, bro. How do men get to the point to where, like, that's good, I can breathe and I can focus my attention on it too. Like, what? Like, how do you get there? Are you there? And what do it feel like?
I think and I'm glad you touched on this topic, because I felt like this past 2 years of my life, that's where I got to the point where it's just like, I felt like, all right, everybody around me good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mom's straight. Whenever she calls, she good. You know what I'm saying? My girl good. The kids good. You know what I'm saying? The family, whenever they call, you know what I'm saying? I can be a helping hand.
For sure.
But you get to that point in life where you just like, all right, I'm doing this for everybody else. Like, all right, don't lose sight of your goals. What you want to be, what you envision yourself as. So I think you strive more. Like, you kind of turn your hustle up and you strive more, and you like try to focus in on like, all right, what can I do, you know, more to be more, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's been my latest touch in life, is just like don't lose vision. Like, make sure your people good in life, but don't lose sight on yourself.
For sure.
And lose yourself trying to, you know what I'm saying, make sure everybody because your life gonna pass, you know what I'm saying?
Quickly too.
You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, you 40, 50, and you ain't really experienced life. So it's like, don't forget my message. Don't forget to like, do you know what I'm saying, have fun in your life. You know what I'm saying? You got kids, that's cool. You know, make sure they good. Make sure their education straight. Their health is good. And then, you know what I'm saying, don't forget to, you know what I'm saying, live your life.
So where do you see Dez at in the next few years? Where you see your goals going?
So my goals right now is like, I felt like I said, these last 2 years, I was just like, and I felt like I was I've been like learning how to make myself me again. So it's just like what I'm doing now is like investing my time and money into stuff that's going to eventually get me to where I want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I always strive for like set high expectations of myself, because if you aim high, even if you fall short, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be better.
For sure,
right,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in a better position than you were when you started.
Right.
So I always had that mentality, is like try to do what you can, and you know what I'm saying, set it high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I still got expectations for myself that I set. So it's just like, you know, I'm venturing off into anything among stuff, you know what I'm saying, working, but also working on stuff that side hustles, whatever it be, hobbies, you know what I'm saying, stuff that's gonna make me money in the long run.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
Have you ever thought about opening your own camp and stuff like that?
down the road, I think
as I see like that then, huh?
Man.
Nigga, when I say top 2, nigga,
you really like that.
Him and Fred, nigga.
Yeah,
say Fred without this, nigga.
I used to get busy, but
nigga, money was on games, nigga. What?
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely.
Come on, bro.
Definitely. But yeah, I think now that I see my son expressing their interest for it more, and this ain't even me, like, cause like I've been out of the game for years, so like he ain't never seen me play, so him expressing the interest that he had for the game, I just know, like, all right, I gotta lock back in with it, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be hands on with him, so that's things that I'm looking for in the future, as I'm definitely gonna be that dad, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, out there with the camps and the practices, teams, but yeah, I think
you don't want to open that yourself.
Finding him that interest is what's gonna drive me. But no, I've been working on a few other things. You know, like one thing we've been talking about is grow farm. For most people that don't know, that's you know what I'm saying, legal marijuana.
Right.
So I've been touching in taps with that.
Yeah. Can you give us some on that, bro? Not too much, whatever you want, but give us cause like it's an opportunity.
So right now,
for sure.
As y'all know, most states legalizing this shit. It's like you go get you know what I'm saying, credentials, whatever it is, and then that's expensive. But you know, you go get your credentials to grow. And a lot of people know, like, a lot of people smoke, you know, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that's just what day we in. A lot of people smoke, a lot of people use it to, you know what I'm saying, for good. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, use it for health reasons and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. So it's obviously always going to be money, and especially they just legalized this, so, you know, they trying to get their money up out of it now. So, sure. I mean, it's just like, if you can make money off of it, why not? So, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I've been tapping into. You know, just other different ventures, you know, just putting your money aside, just branch off and do things like that to try to see if you can make a decent living out of it.
For the people who want to get a little into it, and what's some of the steps you done took already?
Well, shit, I mean, personally, I'm already up and running, but you know, you do your research. Obviously, equipment is a big thing. Just, you know, knowing what you need, knowing how you need to do it, conversating with the right people, having that relationships with the right people take you a long way. But I think just doing your research, getting your understanding of what you're trying to do.
Did you read books? Was you on YouTube? Where'd you go?
No, I think conversating with people, the right people that's already tapped into it. You know, tapping in with them, saying what they do, how they do it, you know what I'm saying? Understanding, you know what I'm saying, how your situation, how you can do it your way. So
because I think conversations, they always gonna be a little bit more revealing versus a YouTube, because a YouTube, you more so this, I gotta. But when you're in a conversation, it's just,
for sure.
Man, man, I like you. This what I'm on. Like this has going for me.
Yeah, more hands on.
Take from it what you take from it, right?
Right.
Is that what you did? Like,
yeah, I think that like you said, that conversation go a long way, because YouTube gonna only tell you so much. They're gonna tell you how to do it, and that's just it. And when that don't work, you got questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know what I'm saying, when you had that conversation, somebody you can relate to, or somebody that's in that field or doing it too, you know what I'm saying, you can understand it. Like, all right, it might not be the same exact way he doing it because you know what I'm saying, you got a different setup or different methods or whatever it is. But to have that feedback, that conversation, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, this might be because you doing it this way or vice versa. So you just always gotta have that. So you already
up and running and shit right now?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
So is it like people could purchase anything from you?
Yeah, so lately I've been just, you know what I'm saying, just locally, you know, dispensaries and things like that. So I mean, like
anything you want to plug?
Yeah, anything you got to plug? Anything like that?
Nah, I ain't got no plug for
none. Okay,
it's cool. Hey, you got to plug me and cheat code.
So shout out to man cheat codes, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, for sure.
You feel me? And then look, I want to challenge him though to write a book about a story because I didn't know because back then you wouldn't think like he was going through all this mental health stuff while being a star in the city. You feel me? He hid it very well. So that itself is a cheat code itself. So for those out there right now, them stars out there that's going through something, like for instance, Ja Morant, what's your take on that? Well, how you feel about that?
And we gonna get into that next, and then we got one more thing for you after that. I want to get into the Ja Morant thing. Hold on, I want to get into the Ja Morant thing and just the NBA playoffs, the finals. What you think about that? The players, where it's going. But let's talk about. Let's hear your take on the Ja Morant situation.
What's your take on that? The Ja Morant situation. So I think that's one of the most difficult things to kind of do is balance out. Like I don't know him from a can of paint, so I don't know if that's him or not. But like growing up in the city, I know you know what I'm saying, you get involved in that shit. You're like you can really live that life, or that really be who you is, but you gotta maintain that character because you got this big spotlight on you now. So it's just like always is like it's hard. It's kind of like almost like you live a double life. You got to kind of keep that shit into yourself, know who you is, but you know what I'm saying, also portray like, all right, I ain't nobody. Right. But it is one of the hardest things to do, especially probably ride around and see with your friends. You growing up, you know what I'm saying, y'all done been through shit. You know what I'm saying, fist fights, shootouts, you know what I'm saying, messing with girls, all type of shit. So it's just like that city life. But then, you know what I'm saying, when you get to that position where like you got money now, like a lot of people watching you, like a lot of these companies trying to invest in you, you gotta leave that. You gotta leave that shit alone. Like that image, I think that image is like is satisfying to our culture because that's what we idolize. Everybody like the lit nigga or somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, turned up, you know what I'm saying? For sure, everybody, oh, we love that. Don't nobody really, you see a motherfucker doing good in their field or, you know what I'm saying, being positive, you know what I'm saying? We don't really feed into that. They feed into that negative, that shit that really don't mean nothing in life shit.
Hey, bro,
that's the problem.
I don't want to cut you off, but it's so crazy you just said that, bro, because literally, bro, last night, G, I just turned on a random ass podcast, and I got the Joe Rogan podcast with Kevin Hart, and they talked. So this podcast. I think they did this like 4 years ago, but on this podcast, bro, Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart was talking how like, and Kevin Hart specifically, because you know Joe Rogan was, you know, and Kevin Hart was like, I don't know what it is about people, man, but it's something going on right now to where people love negativity. It's something about negativity that people just want it. They want it. They crave it. They crave it. They crave it. People want it. Both talk on it. Like, what is that? Because this was 4 years ago, and that's why I'm like, bruh, like you literally just said this right now. What is that though? Like, what is that thing that they talking about? That you talking about? What is it?
I think it's our society, just the way, you know what I'm saying, how life goes is just like everybody feed into the negative energy or negative bullshit just because it's something to talk about. We necessarily got a way of like, you know, congratulating people when they do good. For sure. We make fun of when they do bad. They only gonna show when you do bad. Don't nobody really, everybody, I don't know if what is it, like selfish or what, but everybody like necessarily, they'll rather support you. They'll be quick to post something about you that's bad and make a joke about it, as opposed to when you do something good, they just gonna ignore it or blow past it. I think that's just like how society and the internet today is just how we've evolved as a society.
But me, I be thinking like, Can you blame him though? Because let's be real, we ain't never seen a plane crash in real life. You feel me? So we more fascinated with that than the plane going to where it need to go. You know what I'm saying?
So is it the fact that we with the internet we exposed to more shit and it's like, cause
no, I mean like I say, you never seen it before.
You just saying,
I'm saying like a star celebrity like John Morant. We never seen a star celebrity flash a gun before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
saying.
Like, man, what is he doing? So, you know what I'm saying? You more of an outroar than him just being him. LeBron, like we ain't seen. Just imagine LeBron post him flashing a gun. Right. You know how much of an uproar that's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to look away. You feel me?
Well, let me ask y'all this, and just to kind of just add a little different dynamic to it. Yeah, he flashed a gun. But do you think him flashing a gun really got a little kid out here like?
It probably do, because you gotta think if you a star celebrity wanting to be that person. Like, for instance, if Dez in high school, he thugging in playing basketball, and I'm a younger nigga that come to the Jefferson game, see the crowd Dez bring, and I, you know what I'm saying, then I see him on the, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I seen him come to my hood. You know what I'm saying? I became a fan off that, and I'm from the West Side. You know what I'm saying? So I was supposed to be a Fred fanatic. You feel me? But when I seen him come to my hood, I was like, I kind of respect that a little more. Even though I'm not saying Fred not from the hood.
Hey, but you saying that he would have pulled up, he would have been on some tweaking shit. Yeah. You just would have went with whatever he was on.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like he came up, nigga. He was like, I don't know if that was your dad or your brother or something like that.
Yeah.
He came shooting for hundos. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Now I see this nigga like one of the star celebrities. That's when I like knew, like, okay.
I got paid that day too.
You feel me? Like that's where my respect to his game came in as like, nigga, I'd have seen this nigga outside of what he do. Doing what he do, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I became I'm on dead. Like, I ain't got nothing against, and I think that's probably why a little bit of flag. Remember, I was telling you from the Auburn Knights, because I was supposed to go there, but then you remember school zone shit popped up, made me end up going to Jefferson. So when niggas from Auburn, like, they know me, they like, damn, bro, you supposed to da da da. I'm like, hell no, I'm riding with that nigga. I got woo. You know what I'm saying? But I also got a little excited from that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, it go back to what I'm saying. Like, me, if Dez was on that bullshit, like that's why I say I never knew he was going through what he was going through, because he played it so well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if I would have knew, like, he was like, if he was in the streets with me or did this and that, then yeah, I could see why kids would go to that, because he's not only that nigga right now, but he doing what other niggas doing.
So if you could tell Josh something right now, what would be your advice right now to Josh?
Man, focus on that bag. Don't let that opportunity pass. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Shit you lived in the past, or if you didn't live it, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to portray that image, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Secure that bag for you and your family. Because that, at the end of the day, that's how that's going to matter. And all that, they going to remember if you know what I'm saying, you had a long career or a short career, and how it happened. As long as you got your money, you get your money. And hey, but don't lose that bag trying to portray no image or no life that you used to live.
For sure.
Because obviously you supposed to be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Not even in that position, somewhere in the gym.
For sure. Hell yeah.
All right, so we're gonna leave it on this, bro. We're gonna wrap up. I just want to get your take and your opinion. Are you watching the playoffs right now?
For sure. I'm keeping up.
What's your take on all the teams that got in?
Right.
What's your take on how it's going so far, and what's your take on where you think who finna end it?
So, me personally, I'm biased. I'm Lakers, man. You know what I'm saying? My team down. My team down on 3 right now. So, it ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too good, but I mean, hey, man, it is what it is right now. The Nuggets playing out of their mind. Jamal Murray torching us for 30 a night. And said I can't complain because he a Kentucky guy, but right now, I mean, you know what I'm saying, the way it's looking, I think they're gonna get past Boston. I think it's gonna be the Nuggets
in the Heat.
From there, I don't even know, but I think the Nuggets just playing too good right now. If all their best players keep shooting the way they shooting, I don't think nobody gonna be. You got Jokic playing, you know what I'm saying, MVP level every year. Then you got Jamal Murray healthy finally. So this is first real playoff run healthy, other than the bubble. But yeah, so he on fire right now, and then all they shooters are shooting. So
Hey,
I got the Nuggets right now.
Before we end it though, I wanted to ask you: have your mind ever thought about going overseas or anything like that? You think you could get back in shape and get into some shit?
Man, no. Me personally, I just always felt like it was just like kind of like cross pages, it's just like move on to the next step.
For sure.
You know, especially like I said, always being kind of like that family oriented, type of guy. It was just like too far for me. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So look, I know you and Fred was rivals, but do you still tune in right now? Like,
for sure. Okay, man, for sure. I follow his. I mean, you say you kind of be a hater if you went from the city and didn't appreciate what he done. Like he gave the kids motivation. Like they can do it too. You obviously you ain't never seen nobody from Rockford. You know what I'm saying? Reach the level he did. Like here and there. Like we had some people before him like make it to the league, do a little something. But like nobody ever, you know what I'm saying, made it like a real actual name for themselves in the city. And
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You can't knock it, you can't hate nothing.
So you pretty much appreciate the craft.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a friend of VanVleet fan.
Hey, do you be watching be like, oh, that nigga finna do this move?
Nah. Nah, I mean, he be in his bag so much though. His game so evolved so much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to go from high school, he playing and competing at the highest level. Like you said, he been to the won the championship before. You know what I'm saying? Won it for the city. Yeah, for sure. So you know what I'm saying? This ain't just like nobody just riding the event. He actually getting minutes. He actually a key factor with Razorback.
For sure.
Like, so
for sure.
So like, see, as the game evolve, and of course it got to. You know what I'm saying? When you grow, you get to that level, you gotta get better. Right. And that's definitely what he did. So.
Right. Hey man, I appreciate you for tuning in, and thank you for coming. Hey, I want to challenge.
Hold on. Before we go, we forgot to ask the most important question.
Yeah, no, I was gonna get to that, but I want to challenge him though before we leave this table. Is to write a book, bro. You know what I'm saying? Think about writing a book, bro. You know what I'm saying? It could help others.
Especially with technology, bro. You could AI and shit. You could talk. It could be like, hey, this was my life, and the AI write that bitch for you.
Right. Yeah, man. That's just a little challenge, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, let me ask you this, bro. Cause like we, you know,
every episode,
man, we ask our guests this, bro. So everything we talked about today, right? You look at all that shit, you think about all of it, bro. And let's say you had an opportunity to just talk to your 16-year-old self.
For sure.
With everything that you know now, what would you tell him?
Right now, because it's a 16-year-old right now watching this.
But you talking to you. You talking to yourself.
But you know what I'm saying?
I think at that age, you tell yourself just focus in, take things more serious. I think at that young age, you're not really too worried about things.
Right.
Like you young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think I just tell my probably self to just like focus in more on yourself and like where you want to be in life and what you want to do.
Right.
Try to ignore those distractions, those things that really ain't gonna get you nowhere in life.
For sure.
And don't feed into the energy.
For sure. That I think every episode everybody is saying that.
They said literally that, bro.
Focus in. So that's a cheat code itself, man.
They said that shit that you think is it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit alone. That ain't it, bro.
That's not.
Damn, so that's the cheat code itself right there. If you 16, you out there, man. Focus in.
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Tunnel vision, man. But like I said, I appreciate Des for tuning in with us.
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
I wouldn't mind you coming back if you got time again, man.
Please do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's your boy Naughty G.
It's your boy King Rob.
Thank you for tuning in, man.
We checking out.